Hull sets are the most reliable, most indestructible turbos there are. In this case, this hull set was completely destroyed, which is very rare to happen. I think what happened is a piece of the engine broke off and got stuck into the thrust bearing and starved the turbo of oil, and then as a result, I think that the shaft may have locked up for a split second, and then everything I just think just completely broke into pieces. So the compressor wheel broke in half. The guy that had this on his truck, he was out in the field launching this vehicle when, four-wheel drive, just launching it, which I would never do that with any vehicle that I have. It's really just the worst thing that you could do to try and destroy drivetrain as it is. So he completely destroyed his engine. I think he may have destroyed some of his drivetrain too. And you can see the compressor wheel just completely broke in half. The compressor housing is in really bad shape. It hit so hard that the inlet of this compressor housing is also, this right here is out of round. The anti-surge is messed up. I would consider this core not machinable at all, but I guess it's a possibility that it might be. But even if it is, it might even be cracked to the point where something else could just break off of it. The compressor wheel is completely split into multiple pieces. There's a piece too, and there's a piece. The turbine housing isn't really in that bad of shape. The shaft, because the compressor wheel split, there was no tension to hold the shaft in place, so the shaft started to walk its way out, and as a result of that, it chewed up the fins. These fins are supposed to be wider here, so the shaft went outward and started gnawing on the turbine housing. And then the bearing housing is completely broken in half. There you can see how the bearing housing is cracked in half, and it's cracked all the way through. So you can see the crack there. You can see the crack here.